Hey guys, my name is Matimo, and today, as promised, I am now bringing you the video about the different weapon attachment combinations in Battlefield 3. There were a lot of changes to the attachments in the most recent patch, and I made a video all about that. If you would like to familiarize with all those changes, I will leave a link to that down below in the description so you guys can go check out that video. But now I wanted to discuss the different weapon combinations that are available to you, why you would want to use them in given situations, how they complement, or how different attachments complement each other, and why you would not want to use them on particular weapons, or why you would want to use them in a certain situation. So the first combination that we're going to be looking at is the silencer and foregrip. This was by far the most popular weapon attachment combination before the patch. It reduced your vertical and horizontal recoil, it kept you off the minimap, and it really didn't do anything to reduce your damage. It was overall a very powerful combination, and everyone used it. But now, since the patch has been released, DICE has both nerfed the silencer and the foregrip. The foregrip is still going to reduce your horizontal recoil, but you are going to get some more bullet spread at longer distances, so really you're just not going to be as accurate going for those long-range shots. The silencer also got a lot of nerfs. What they've done is that you are going to continue to stay off the minimap when you use this attachment. You still get a nice recoil reduction, but you are now less effective at medium range engagements, and your aimed accuracy bonus isn't as high as it used to be before the patch. It was around 50%, now it's around 30% depending on the weapon. So with the foregrip and the silencer combined, you now have a weapon that is not really suffering from a lot of recoil, but you're suffering from a lot of medium to long range killing power. It really does limit your killing power at long distances. The foregrip is going to reduce your accuracy, or it's going to increase your bullet spread at longer distances. The silencer is going to reduce your effectiveness at medium range combat, and overall you're just going to have to play the map very methodically. You are going to want to get into close encounter engagements at pretty much every turn. If you go for long range shots, you are probably not going to win that fight, especially if they're using a heavy barrel. They're just going to mop the floor with you. So yeah, like I said, this is a very close quarter setup. It's definitely nothing what it was like before the patch. Before the patch, like I said, it was basically an all-kit situation or an all-attachment situation, and now you definitely have to use stealth to your advantage. You have to play up close, and if you don't, you're gonna have a hard time with this weapon combination. The next attachment combination that we're going to be looking at is the heavy barrel with the foregrip, and I'm finding that a lot of Battlefielders are starting to gravitate towards this combination. The heavy barrel is going to give you increased aim accuracy when you burst fire at longer distances. It also increases your effective damage at medium range engagements. You know, the foregrip is also going to reduce your horizontal recoil, but as I said, it increases your bullet spread. So when you use this in combination with the heavy barrel, it essentially negates the bullet spread that negative bullet spread that you get from the foregrip, and you get a weapon that is going to be more effective at medium range engagements. It has less horizontal recoil, and overall it's now just a much more powerful weapon. I really like to use this on weapons such as the AEK. You're going to see that here in the video. It makes it an extremely powerful combination. You can pretty much use this with any weapon, but I would stick with weapons that have a lot of horizontal recoil, because if they don't, I would just kind of stay away from using the foregrip with like the AK or something like the M16A3. These weapons really don't suffer from horizontal recoil, and just sticking with the heavy barrel with no other attachment, or maybe a bipod, may be more beneficial for those weapons. But overall, I would say that this is a fantastic weapon combination. If you haven't tried it already, it's very effective at medium range engagements. I love it with the AEK. If you haven't tried it with that weapon, try it out. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. So the next combination that we're going to be looking at is this flash suppressor with the foregrip, and if you hate dealing with any type of recoil, this is the combination for you. The flash suppressor is now the king at reducing vertical recoil, and as mentioned before, the foregrip is going to reduce your horizontal, and overall it just makes any weapon pretty much a laser beam. Maybe not all of the weapons, but it makes it extremely effective at keeping on target. I like to use this with any weapon that has a lot of horizontal or vertical recoil. It really doesn't matter, but overall it's going to make you very effective at medium to close encounter engagements. You're going to still have some trouble at going for long range shots because of the more bullet spread with the foregrip, but even then, if you're going for targets that are way out in the distance, you can still take them out with this setup. Because you don't really have a lot of recoil to compensate for, you can stay on target, and taking out those targets really isn't that much of a problem. So the next attachment setup we're going to be looking at is the Bipod with the flash suppressor, and the Bipod got a lot of buffs in the most recent patch. It now deploys a lot faster, it's a lot easier to use, and it's just a much more effective attachment compared to the previous patch build. I like to use this setup with a lot of the LMGs. It doesn't matter which one you're using. I, in here, like to use the PKP. I think the PKP is one of my favorite light machine guns in the game, and this setup really complements that weapon really well, or really any of the light machine guns, to be honest. The flash suppressor is going to reduce your vertical recoil, which is something that the light machine guns, or really any of the support weapons, suffer from, so having that on those weapons is pretty much just a must. But I really like this in combination with the Bipod, because once you deploy the Bipod down, you essentially become a turret of death, and you can take out your targets from pretty much any distance without a problem. I mean, you're going to see in the video here, I can shoot people from across the map at full auto, and I'm not having any difficulty taking them out. So it is an extremely powerful combination. So the final combination that we're going to be looking at is the Bipod with the heavy barrel. And to be honest, this is not my favorite combination. I'm just not really a fan of using the Bipod with the engineer weapons or the assault rifles, mainly because they just don't have enough ammunition, and I think if you are going to use the Bipod, you really just want to lock down an area, at least for a while, and having to reload just kind of is a buzzkill. Maybe it's just me, I could be wrong, you guys could really enjoy this setup, but the reason why you would want this combination is that it really makes you much more powerful to medium to long range. The heavy barrel is just going to make you more effective, more accurate, and because the Bipod is just going to completely reduce your recoil, well, maybe not completely eliminate the recoil, but it's going to make it extremely effective, and you're going to be able to snipe people from across the map. I like using the G3A3 with this combination. A lot of these slower RPM weapons, I think, do the trick. If you go with the higher RPM guns, it's going to be a little bit harder to line up those shots or stay on target. Even though you are using a Bipod, the higher RPM is going to give you a little bit more kick and spread than you might be wanting. So I would stick with maybe like the AK, the L85, or like I said, the G3A3 for this combination. But yeah, guys, that about wraps up the video. You may have noticed that I did not mention every single attachment combination out there. There is a lot of them. I just wanted to cover the ones that I found to be useful, or the ones that I thought you might be interested in. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel for more videos. But until next time, guys, have a good one and take it easy.